Hey guys, please, first of all, I set such a great community and I appreciate everybody out there. And please like and subscribe. It helps me out quite a bit. And with that said, I'd like to continue on here with the Z9D versus the Z9F comparisons. Now, you know I've had both TV sets. Okay, I've had the Z9D and I've had the Z9F. Okay, so this is a comparison based off of my experience, not based off of me pulling up stats off of a computer and then comparing them. First of all, I'd like to say the build quality goes to the Z9F because it looks better cosmetically. I always had a problem with the Z9D. It always looked like an old-fashioned TV. True story, when somebody came over one day, they thought my Z9D was actually an older TV set from like 6 or 7 years ago. But it was built good as far as the quality is concerned. But was it really? There's a lot of breaking down going on with the Z9D now, and I'm actually glad I did not buy the Z9D. And this is not a knock against its picture quality and quality of picture. It's just a knock on the build quality, basically saying that when they made the TV, they put so many zones in it that they're now having problems with the Z9D. And a lot of people will write on the comments here and contest to this that they have a issue with the zones going out, or either that they're getting like a band across the whole screen. Sony is replacing that now with 900F TV sets. It was that they're replacing it with the Z9F TV sets. So I guess the longer you wait, the more you're going to get a lesser grade of TV set for replacement. So first and foremost, I can't recommend a TV that I know that has problems with it breaking down. Let me straighten this just a tiny bit there. Okay. Second of all, I'd like to tell everybody that the picture quality is really close between the two of them, but the X-wide viewing angle makes a bigger screen. If you have couches on the side, look so much better. And that's one thing I did notice. The second thing I've noticed is the Dolby Vision is a lot better on the new X1 Extreme Ultimate chip than it is on the older X1 Extreme chip, along with the upscaling and the tone mapping and the dynamic range of the TV set. Okay? The third thing is gaming. Gaming is much better on the Z9F than it is the Z9D. Part of the reason I did take it back was I did have some pixelization, just like Whisper Status did on his Z9D as well. It just had some tearing, fast-moving scenes. Now, I think they corrected it with some software updates. Some people can tune into that and let me know. I'm not sure, but that's another issue that the TV had. See where I'm going with this, guys? Sometimes it's just not the overall what you think about the TV as far as what it does in the picture, but it's actually how it is acting, how the TV's acting, and the reliability of the TV. Another thing, the applications as far as the apps were not too good on the Z9D. They were slow, very gimpy, and very buggy, very laggy. The apps on my Z9F are flawless. Matter of fact, the apps run just as good on my Fire Stick and my, let's say, NVIDIA card or any other card than this. On the applications on the TV, they run just as good as any of the, the sticks that you would buy out there, is what I'm trying to say. So that's another thing. When you put it in, you don't really need to go out and get a Fire Stick with this TV. It runs very, very smooth. And surprisingly, because statistical wise, it says on paper it's the same as the 950G as far as the Ultimate Extreme chip and blah, blah, blah. But there's something extra in this TV, I'm telling you, that makes it a Master Series TV. They put more effort into the actual build and the internal parts of the TV, even though on stats it says differently sometimes. Another myth is I'm seeing on my 75-inch, it has 280 zones. That's not a myth, that's the truth, compared to the 65-inch, which has 108. Now, this is based off of Vincent's test that he did on the TV set. Okay, he did the zone check. So that's another thing. The zones are less on this TV, so maybe that's going to make it more reliable. I have no idea, guys. But I could tell you that that's just the amount of zones with the right algorithm to make the TV have outstanding black levels. This black levels are even better than my 75-inch 950G, and I was very negative about buying this TV because of me listening to rumors of other people that don't have the TV that are looking at a stat sheet and comparing the TV saying, oh, it's going to have some high blooming and high this and high that. As a matter of fact, I had some guy come in the room just this morning on my other thing and said, enjoy the blooming. So I'm here to tell you, that guy and everybody else, that there's hardly any blooming on this TV set. It's not as quite as good as the Z9D, but the X-wide viewing angle more than makes up for that little bit of difference in that blooming. So if that makes sense to you guys. Everything else is pretty much the same. The sharpness, the detail, a little bit more sharper and more brighter on this TV because it's newer, of course. Let's not forget the Z9D came out in 2015 that summer. It starting to become popular, and they started rolling more of them out in 2016 early. But the first one I've seen in the store was September, or August actually, of 2015. Because I remember a good friend of mine really was selling me on the TV, saying this is going to be the end-all, be-all of LED TVs. Some may still think that. So to each his own on your opinions, guys. And I'm not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers. These are just my opinions owning both TV sets. So in my overall opinion, I like the Z9F quite a bit better because it's not as buggy. It runs smooth. And the picture is absolutely fantastic compared to any other LED I've bought, period. So, okay, they're going to keep this thing going. I was wondering if they're going to let it roll or I'm going to have to turn it off. But this is just some Colorado mountains and stuff appropriately. We got a lot of snow out here and stuff, so I wanted to put this on for you guys to check out. No big deal. It's kind of cool. This is called the Durango. This is actually a train that rolls up in Colorado, by the way. But another thing I do like is the removable power cord. No big deal for most people, but I do use high-end power cords, so you could just plug it in and upgrade your power cord to your liking of a manufacturer. What else is there? Oh, the matte screen finish. I never liked on the Z9D. It has a very matte, cheapy-looking screen. I don't know why they put that on there. The screen looks way better on this, and it's way less reflective. The glossy screen on this TV as well. See here, Dolby Vision, I went through that. What else was there? The chipset, we went through that. I think that's pretty much it, guys, with the fast off-my-head comparison. I'm not writing everything down, but like I said, please watch out for the people out there that do not have the TV sets and filling you a bunch of malarkey. Z9F owners and Z9D owners, you could chime in down below. I know a good guy out there named Shamar that has the Z9D, and he'll give you guys some very good insight on both TVs as well. Great guy. Shout out to him. He talked me into getting this TV basically, and Green Arrow also gave me a recommendation. So you guys take care out there. Enjoy football Sunday, and have a good one. I'm sure I missed some other things, by the way, guys, but chime in.